All right, so this is New York, 13 years ago. My wife and I, we wanted to make an Oscar. An Oscar is a 13-year-old boy. We wanted to make a 0-year-old Oscar, but it was hard. Sometimes it doesn't happen so easily. And so we were doing like all of the things, and with each passing month, you'd be like, hopes would get up, and then you'd be crestfallen, and then because it didn't happen. And so we were working at all the things, like we were doing. I stopped wearing skinny jeans. We did. And then we went to this. We had acupuncture. We went to this. There was this herbalist in Flushing, Queens, and they had this he'd studied sadism or something, and he had this concoction that we had to drink. It was so terrible. It was this, and you actually had to hold your nose, so you didn't throw up. And so, but enough months passed that my wife had suggested maybe I go get my sperm count. Oh, sorry. So she suggested that maybe I go get my sperm count tested, and so I thought, that means this is. I knew how that worked because I'd done my homework, and so there had been, and so this was kind of, I thought this is a sanctioned event by my wife, I can I can do this. And so I went and I pictured you'd go to the place, which was in Upper Manhattan, and I thought there'd be a room set aside for with the proper lighting and that kind of thing, and I thought there'd be videos you could choose from. I thought they'd even have multiple genres. You could do. I thought maybe they'd have Animal Kingdom or the Golden Girls or something, and so something and so I got there to Upper Manhattan, and it's just the counter and a room, and just some couches. I was looking behind the counter. There's no other rooms, and the woman at the counter, she looks me up because I was on the list, and she hands me this little container, and she's like, go home, you fill it up, you got 30 minutes, and because I'm why 30 minutes? She's like, it's got to be fresh. And because they're gonna die, and I was like, but I'm in Brooklyn, I can't get back here in 30 minutes. It takes an hour on the subway, and she's like, 30 minutes. And so I go, so I bring this canister home, where this sperm killing canister, and I go and I gotta find another place to do it, and my office is close, but I'd had this policy against masturbating in the office, and I don't know, I just figured maybe a guidance counselor had told me not to do that or something, and so I figured it was a bad idea. But so I got to the office early, and they did have it wasn't the stalls where your feet are out. It was an older building. They had bathrooms, but of course I was still really nervous. So I get there, I got but the headset's on because you got to be in the mood because I got to calm down. So I got the John, I got John Philip Sousa playing, and then so I fill the canister, not fill the canister, but there was enough in there, and so I go. And then so I run out of the office. The CEO's coming out of the elevator, and I knock him out of the way. I pressing the button. The elevator goes down, so the door's shut. I go to elevator goes down. I come running up. I get to the place. I run up there. I slap it on the table. I'm like, Skolnick, here it is. And then and she's taking so long to fill out the paperwork. She's like, hold on. And she's looking through it. I'm looking at my watch. I'm at 30 minutes. It's they're gonna die. And and she was it was so painfully slow. But anyways, it turned out okay, and we made an Oscar. He's 13 now, and then we made a Nina, and that's it. That's the whole story. Yeah. All right, guys, thank you.